Water is wet. The sky is blue. Fire is hot. What am I talking about? I am simply listing things that we all know already. And speaking of things we know already, that brings me to today's video where Megyn Kelly is reacting to a clip of Nick Fuentes just simply being Nick Fuentes. And then she goes on to expose the anti-black racism that happens in America. But before we get to all that, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. And of course, check out hashtag Rainfit Network in the pinned comment to stay up to date and never miss a video.
And I'm not living around blacks. Sorry. You know, I want white kids, and I don't want my white kids bringing home black people to marry. It's racial for me. And call me racist. Oh, very Christian of you. I don't give a fuck.
Before I let her speak, first thing, his name is Nick Fuentes. Dude, from what I've been told, you're not white. You're Mexican, I believe, but that's a different conversation. I'm not mad at him. I see a lot of people bent out of shape over his comments. That shit don't really bother me. You know, if he has his preference and he don't want to be around black people, like, I don't see the issue with people who don't want to be around us stating, hey, I don't want to be around black people. That shit don't bother me. He is well within his rights to be like, I don't like blacks. I don't want to be around blacks. That shit don't bother me. But anyway, let's let her continue.
Here's the thing too. I just read an article yesterday that Nick Fuentes is gaining in popularity, and where he used to be kind of the right-wing outer sphere, he is now coming to the inside.
Because most of them are racist and they feel the same way, but they don't want to admit it. Which is the ones I don't like. If you're a racist, just admit you're a fucking racist. That shit not a big deal.
And this is why, because of the racism, like you said, it hits hard. Fox News doesn't go quite this bold, but it's racially coded all day long, every day. People want to hear that they're better than them because that's what they believe in their religious beliefs. So they like hearing it from other people.
This is not fringe in Bible Belt states, you guys. It is not fringe. And I know as scary as that is for you all to hear that, and painful for black and brown people to hear that, I just want you to know that
painful, this ain't fucking painful. This is the norm. This is the shit we've been telling y'all they've been doing for years. This ain't painful. Pain? This is how most of them feel. I just don't like the ones who be like, no, where there's no racism, America is the least racist country. Bullshit. You fucking, man. Painful. This is the norm for them. This is what they do. This is how white most of them feel. I'm not mad at this.
I've seen it. I have seen it, and I have experienced in white circles, white people saying versions of this or hearing, you know, stories like this. This is what, when they say make America great again, as Pumps just said, it's for sure their number one target is always black people. It always is. This rise in racism should be the top story, but because all of our politicians are so beholden to Israel, it's always the rise in anti-Semitism. So then the Republican Party can say to the black electorate, the Democrats have abandoned you. They use you. And I'm going to say, unless the Democrats really start addressing this rise in racism, that's going to be a pretty good argument for Republicans to make, because this is so abhorrent. This is so horrific. And this white evangelical engine behind Donald Trump, their number one, before women, before gays, before anybody, is black people. It always has been, and it always will be. And I can tell you that because I've lived around it. I've heard it. I have seen it. And it still goes on to this day. And so many white people are too cowardice to stand up and fight for their black brothers and sisters. And it just is absolutely sickening. Moving along, here's Caroline.
The only thing I disagreed with was that part at the end about the white people are too cowardice to stand up for their black brothers and sisters. They don't like black people. My problem is, right? Duh, we fucking know. We've been telling y'all. All the black people watching this video, you guys, we already know this shit, right? But thank you, Megyn Kelly, for confirming what we've known since the fuck. We fucking know how they feel about us. We know. And if anybody don't believe me, if you're naive, just spend a little bit of time on Twitter. You'll see. You know, that's where they could be they full racist self. They could let that racism fly. But Megyn Kelly, we know we their #1 target. And this is why I want to try to get through the black people. We are all we got. We ain't got no allies, man. None of them other races are our friends. Even the Africans. Nobody fucks with black people but other black people. And the crazy thing is, to an extent, we don't even fuck with each other the way we supposed to. We ain't got no allies, man. We all we got. The Hispanics ain't no better. You hear Nick Fuentes, the dude is Hispanic. He ain't fucking full-blooded white. Listen, man. Black people, we all we got. Hispanics is not our friend. I don't know why everybody keep talking about this black and brown shit. There's no black and brown nothing. Dumb motherfuckers are not our friends. Now, don't get none of this twisted. I don't hate anybody of any race. I am simply reacting to the racism that is out there. You understand? I love people of all races, but I cannot act like I can't be Stevie Wonder to the shit, act like I don't see it. Asians, same thing. Asians want to be white so bad. Anything they tell them about black people, they're gonna believe it. So that's a done deal. Like I said, we are all we got. But anyway, I want to read a couple of comments and then I'm gonna close this video out. This person says, I really don't care as long as he stay away from us. I just wish these people weren't so obsessed with us. Just leave us alone. Yeah, it's true. I don't want to play this rest of this clip. I ain't gonna lie. That's gonna get my video canceled. I'm not living around blacks. This person says, which gospel of Christ is this? Yes, the gospel of you will know a tree by its fruits. I mean, like I said, man, a lot of these races be claiming to be Christian, so that shit don't mean nothing. Religious people are some of the worst people on the planet. I don't. That's a different conversation. Don't get me started on these religious people. They are the biggest scumbags on the planet. Jesus. Anyway, then the person says their obsession with black people really needs to be studied. I'm curious to see what his replies look like. I don't think Nick wants anything to do with black people, big dog. Nobody wants anything to do with you. You're right. They should just ignore the way they have destroyed the cities and killed random white people. Just let the blacks do what they want. Now, I will admit though, black people do be doing some fucked up shit though. I can't just sit here and act like black people are fucking innocent. We are not. We definitely be doing some fucked up shit, and we need to get our shit together in the black community in terms of the crime, the killing, the fatherlessness. We have a lot we have to work on. So I'm not going to just sit here and act like part of me don't understand why some races don't particularly favor black people. But I can't act like it ain't true though. But anyway, let's continue. Well, we can't get away from you when we travel to. It's called white flight. And you flip your shit about how racist that is, that we want to leave. When we try to live amongst you, it's called gentrification, and you flip all that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you, this dude is making great points. This dude is making great points, though. No, he is. And I don't understand why, like, you know, maybe I'm misinformed, and that's fine. That's gonna happen a lot on this camera, and people are gonna call me out for it, and that is also okay. But you know, why do black people get so bent out of shape when white people don't want to live in their neighborhoods? Like, so fuck them, let them go. Who gives a fuck? I don't understand. You know, I don't want to force nobody to live around me that don't want to be there. That includes any other race, Hispanics, Indians. I'm not singling no one race out, but this comment specifically points to white people, so that's what I'm talking about. I don't see no issue. You know, if they don't want to live around us, cool. I don't understand why people get bent out of shape over that. Who gives a shit? Let them go. You know, but when they do move in though, it is gentrification because all the rents go up, they just be fucking shit up. I ain't gonna lie, they make everything more expensive. If anything, black people, you should be wanting you should be wanting it to be mostly black, right? So maybe the prices come down. Yo. Y'all burned down every successful black neighborhood because of fear and jealousy. That's a fact. They definitely did. White men should have left black folks where they found them instead of importing them to the utopian white society. I agree with that too. I'm curious, what would the world be like if we were never brought over here? You know, I'm kind of wishing they never brought us over here. I don't like it. I'm not saying America's a bad country. America is the greatest country on earth. But I'm just tired, right? I'm just tired of all this back and forth, all this racism shit. It's always something, you know. But anyway, let's read a couple more, then we're going to close this video out. I want to be here all day. It's just so weird, though. A white man killed Charlie Black people aren't even involved in this whatsoever. Are you racists just too cowards to take it up with the real enemy, which is your own white folk? Take it up with the white man. In terms of Charlie Kirk, I agree, but that has nothing to do with black people. And the fact that, you know, people are somehow trying to make black people responsible for what happened to Charlie Kirk is insane. I think you people are ridiculous. What's weird is you getting it wrong. Black people are always the primary target, always. White supremacists will openly kill a white man to target black people. You've been misled by all that abstract political language. The only enemy is white supremacy. I mean, we wouldn't have to worry about that. We build our own shit. We get away from them. Just saying. You know, I haven't been misled by anything, my brother. I am fully tuned in and aware of the true issue here. They killed Charlie so they can have a reason to be violent. These people have been dying for civil war since they lost the last one. God bless you, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I don't believe that. I think that's a bit of a reach. But from the second that I heard of Charlie Kirk shooting, I never once thought it was a black person. Not once. I thought it was a white far left Antifa type, and I was right. Most white people have no issue with black people. Sorry, but we don't believe you. Sorry, but we don't believe what you wish. White people. There's always white people who say this shit, and then you get a bunch of white people who saying the opposite of that. I want to believe that, you know. And I'm not saying 100% of white people have an issue with black people. There are some amazing people in every fucking race. Okay, I've had amazing interactions with white people. I've had amazing interactions with Hispanics. So please don't take what I'm saying as a means that I hate anybody from any race. I don't. I really don't. You know, but I can't act like these motherfuckers don't rock with black people and try to rally black people to start loving black people so we can at least have each other. Anyway, I believe that I have a whole side of family that is white. It's mostly just these trolls, cowards online. I believe that. No one is blaming black people for Kirk's death. That's a crazy assertion. But when we see black people dancing at visuals, shouting, fuck your homie dead, then we're going to get mad at black people about that, especially when it happens over and over and over. I hate when people say shit like this, right? Because these are the same people who mock Trayvon Martin's death, who mock George Floyd's death. You know, and that's another thing too. White people, George Floyd is not our fucking hero. Stop that shit. We don't fucking look up to George Floyd. I ain't never met a black person that said, you know, George Floyd is my hero. I want to be just like him. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Nobody look up to that motherfucker. But anyway, white people, y'all make fun of when blacks are killed. Now people get mad for people celebrating Kirk's death. And there's a lot of white people celebrating Charlie Kirk getting killed too. Now, I'm not one of them. Okay, I wasn't happy about what happened to Charlie Kirk. In fact, I recently made an apology video saying that I was wrong about Charlie Kirk because I watched a couple of his clips I was taken out of context, but that's a different conversation. But what I'm saying is, white people did it too. So you can't get mad. But anyway, what have you watched the news? What have you watched the news? Immediately 5 HBCU got terrorist threats. Stop playing. Child. What? Because black people are the only race expressing this? Why the hell does black people make you clown so insecure? Regardless, most black people don't care anymore. The fatigue is realm. But anyway, I can go on reading these comments all day. Like I said, man, back to Megyn Kelly, back to that video. We already knew that, you know, blacks were the main target of racism from whites and every other race for that matter. You know, we already knew that, you know, so anyway, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. I am out of here.